What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, bigboyfactsjonnytv, representing the KFG crew and KFG Kings. And today I will do my WWE Clash at the Castle review and highlight. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys watch the full video before you connect to me the right way. Turn on that red bell and hit that red button for all notifications when I premiere a brand new video. I'll go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now WWE Clash at the Castle was a 8 out of 10. And that's all I have to say. But the outcome of the main event really pisses me off. And that's all I got to say from there. But it should have been Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre should have won that match, but I was wrong. Roman Reigns won. But I'm going to get to that just a moment. So the show kicks off with Then, Now, Forever together. The WWE video leads us into the show. A video kicks off the show talking about history. Yeah, it says talking about history and beauty of Cardiff and highlighting the big matches that we'll have on today's show. We go live into the jam-packed stadium of the first WWE Premium Live event, formerly pay-per-view from the United Kingdom in 30 years. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair makes her entrance. The entrance stage is smaller than the company normally use at a stadium show, but the ramp is quite long. Alexa Bliss makes her entrance without the Lily doll. Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky come out with a remix version of Bayley's theme song. The Grappers are calling them damage control. Replay are showing of Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky showing up at SummerSlam 5 weeks ago. So we get a 6-woman tag team match. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Damage Control. Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. And I called it straight down the middle that Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky was going to get the win. But Bayley pins Bianca Belair, so we're going to get Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. Sign me up to see that match. Anyway, the crowd is loudly buzzing and singing their song to Bayley. They want to know if she's be their girl. Bayley, the heel, tries to silence them. Bayley attacks Asuka on the apron to try to turn the crowd, but it doesn't work. Bianca Belair then punches Io Sky. The 6 women get in the ring and square off before a big brawl breaks out. Bianca Belair is left in the ring with Bayley, and Bianca Belair connects with a shoulder tackle. Bianca Belair shows her in the corner and throws her before hitting a drop kick. Bianca Belair kicks up and dances. Bianca Belair goes for a handspring standing moonsault. But while she's upside down, Dakota Kai and Io Sky pull her out of the ring. Alexa Bliss runs in, but they overwhelm her. Dakota Kai and Io Sky go for a double team suplex on Alexa Bliss, but Alexa Bliss stops it. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka hit Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky with a triple team suplex. Bianca Belair then squashes the three women with a handspring standing moonsault for a 2 count. The crowd loudly claps as Damage Control recovers at ringside. Bayley gets in the ring and the crowd sings to her again. Bayley smiles before tagging Io Sky in. Alexa Bliss is also tagged in. Alexa Bliss ducks a right hand and goes for a kick, but Io Sky blocks it. Alexa Bliss slaps her in the face twice and hits the ropes. Io Sky goes for a trip, but Alexa Bliss stands on her back. Alexa Bliss goes to the center of the ring and hits a drop toe hold. Alexa Bliss hits insult to injury. Alexa Bliss goes for a tag, but Io Sky pulls her to the corner. Bayley tags in and the crowd sings to her. Bayley attacks Alexa Bliss and tags in Dakota Kai in. Dakota Kai stomps Alexa Bliss down and chokes her. Bayley tags back in and the crowd is still singing. This is incredible. Alexa Bliss takes Bayley down and tags Asuka in. Alexa Bliss punches Bailey and Asuka follows up with a bulldog. Asuka gets fired up and drives her hip into Bailey's face. Asuka goes for a kick, but Bailey blocks it and takes her down. Bailey pulls Asuka up, but Asuka applies a wrist lock. Io Sky tags in, but Asuka sends her to the apron. Bailey attacks from behind, but Asuka hits her with a missile drop kick. Asuka then turns into a springboard missile drop kick from Io Sky. Io Sky peppers uh, uh, peppers Asuka with slaps, so Asuka strikes at her. Io Sky bends under in a kick and roll up for a 2 count. Io Sky connects with a big kick and tags Dakota Kai in. Dakota Kai clubs Asuka down, and the crowd slaps encouragingly for Asuka. Dakota Kai takes Asuka down for a 2 count. Dakota Kai applies an armbar before tagging Bailey back in. Bailey tags back in into a huge reception. Bailey immediately tags out, which upsets the crowd. Io Sky comes in and chokes Asuka before hitting a slingshot double knee for a 2 count. Bailey comes in and Dakota Kai Blonde tags in. Asuka gets away and knocks Bailey out of the ring. Alexa Bliss tags in. Bliss hits Bailey with a cannonball, and then Dakota Kai crushes her with a drop kick into the barricade. Dakota Kai gets Alexa Bliss in the ring and attacks her for a 2 count. Dakota Kai sends Bliss to the corner and chokes her with her boot. Io Sky tags in and stomps Alexa Bliss down in the corner. Io Sky pulls Alexa Bliss to her feet and goes for a whip, but Alexa Bliss stays put. They exchange forearms, but Io Sky whips her face first into the middle turnbuckle. Io Sky sends Alexa Bliss into the ropes and hits a flapjack. Io Sky kips up and sits on Bliss for a 2 count. Io Sky puts Bliss into the corner, and Dakota Kai tags in. Dakota Kai stumps Alexa Bliss before tagging Io Sky back in. Io Sky applies a hammerlock and pulls the hair a bit. Alexa Bliss punches out and hits a jawbreaker. Alexa Bliss has Io Sky in the corner and hits Code Red, but Dakota Kai is already blonde tagging. Dakota Kai smashes Alexa Bliss with a boot to the face for a near fall. Bailey tags in. Dakota Kai whips her into Alexa Bliss, but Alexa Bliss draws Bailey out of the ring. Alexa Bliss then hits Dakota Kai with the Hurricanrana. Bianca Belair goes for a tag, but Bailey pulls her off the apron. Bianca Belair gets Bailey away and gets on the apron, but Dakota Kai knocks her off the apron. Alexa Bliss slams Dakota Kai and Asuka tags in. Io Sky also tag in. Asuka hits a missile drop kick on Io Sky and hits Dakota Kai with a hip attack. Asuka takes Bailey down and hits Io Sky with a hip attack. Asuka viciously knee her in the face before hitting a stiff strike combo. Asuka connects with a German suplex and a sliding kick before covering, but Bailey and Dakota Kai break up the pin. Alexa Bliss runs in and punches Dakota Kai out of the ring. Bailey hits Alexa Bliss with the Bailey to belly. Asuka blocks a kick from Io Sky, but Io Sky quickly kicks her in the face. Bailey tags in, wrenches the arm. Io Sky runs and hits a sunset flip on Asuka before setting her up for Bailey to hit a diving clothesline. Bailey picks up a near fall. Bailey approaches Asuka, but Asuka tags Bailey down. Bianca Belair tags in and punches Bailey back before hitting a slingshot clothesline. Bianca Belair shoulders Bailey in the corner before having a whip to the opposite corner reverse. Bianca Belair slingshots over her, does a backflip, and hits a spinebuster. Bianca Belair hits a standing moonsault for a near fall. Bailey pulls the braid and punches her back. Dakota Kai is tagged in, but Bianca Belair elbows her in the face. Bianca Belair draws Bayley into the corner and puts her on the top rope. Bianca Belair goes for a superplex, but she backflips over Dakota Kai before she attacks. Bianca Belair throws Dakota Kai out of the ring into Io Sky. Bayley grabs Bianca Belair by the hair. Alexa Bliss and Asuka standing on Bianca Belair and hit Bayley with a superplex. Asuka and Alexa Bliss goes outside and sets themselves up. Blatantly for Io Sky to hit an outside moonsault. Bianca Belair puts Dakota Kai in the corner. Dakota Kai goes to the top rope, but Bianca Belair forearms her. Bianca Belair presses Dakota Kai above her head before dropping her into the arms. Bianca Belair used Dakota Kai's leg to take out Io Sky before hitting a fallaway slam. Bianca Belair goes for the pin, but Dakota Kai holds the bottom rope. Dakota Kai goes for a scorpion kick, but Bianca Belair hits a powerbomb. Bianca Belair goes to the top rope and dives, but she lands on her feet when Dakota Kai moves. Dakota Kai hits a nasty scorpion kick. Dakota Kai goes for a running boot, but Bianca Belair moves and goes for the kiss of death. Io Sky pulls Dakota Kai down. Bayley pulls the braid as Dakota Kai attacks Bianca Belair. Bayley tags in and hits Bianca Belair with the rose plant. Io Sky immediately follows up over the moonsault. Bayley then covers Bianca Belair and pins the Raw Women's Champion. The winner of the match, Damage Control. Alright, so Bayley pinned Bianca Belair, so we're going to get Bayley versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Sign me up to see that match. Alright, so Damage Control celebrates in the ring. So we get a promo airs highlighting Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre is shown backstage earlier today. Tyson Fury shook hands with him. Tyson Fury is shown at ringside. Highlights are showing of the British Bulldog defeating Bret Hitman Hart for the WWF Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 1992. The family of the British Bulldog is shown at ringside. Bret Hitman Hart is also at ringside and received a massive pop. Ludwig Caster comes out and reintroduced Imperial and Giovanni Vinci, the former Fabian Archer, coming out. The Imperial is reformed. A brawling brutes brawl with Caster and Vinci. Bush hits a moonsault off the middle turnbuckle to the floor onto Caster and Vinci. Gunther and Sheamus just stare at each other in the ring. Imperium and the Brawling Brute fights to the back. Alright, so we get the Intercontinental Championship. WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Sheamus versus Gunther. This match was good, physical, and hard hitting at the same time. This was the match of the night right here. The bell rings and they immediately start fighting. Gunther hits some nasty forearms before Sheamus knocks him back. Sheamus and Gunther are just blasting each other with potatoes. Gunther shoulder blocks Sheamus back and big boots him down. Sheamus smiles as he checks his teeth. Gunther goes for a suplex, but Sheamus reverses it on him. Sheamus puts him in the corner, but Gunther boosts him back. Sheamus responds with some right hands before having a whip reverse on him. Gunther lowers his head and eats a kick. Sheamus knocks him to the apron and grabs him for the 10 beats of the battering. Gunther fights it and gets away before he hits this one. Sheamus boots Gunther in the head and they're at ringside now. Sheamus whips Gunther into the steel steps. Sheamus gets Gunther in the ring and goes for the 10 beats of the battering. Gunther powers out and forearms him. Sheamus knocks him back and gets in the ring. Gunther gets Sheamus into the corner and chops the chest. Gunther backs up and charges, but Sheamus boots him down. Sheamus pulls himself up to the top rope, but Gunther crashes him with a chop that sends him to the floor. Gunther exposed the bottom half of the steel steps and chops Sheamus. Gunther then scoop slams Sheamus onto the steps. Sheamus barely beats the count into the ring. Gunther viciously chops away at Sheamus' chest and closes him down. Gunther slams him in the back with a kick to the spine. Gunther chops the chest a few times. Sheamus' chest is quite discolored. Sheamus tries to fight back, but Gunther viciously closes him and boots him in the face. Gunther leans Sheamus against the ropes and annihilates his chest with chops. Sheamus has a cut on his shoulder, and his chest is becoming bloody. Sheamus looks physical as he pulls himself up to his feet and in a defiance. Gunther quickly closes him back down and grabs the leg. Gunther tries to turn him over, but Sheamus fights him. Gunther chops him in the back. Sheamus tries to fight back and then exchange punches in the center of the ring. Sheamus chops him a few times before Gunther wrenches the arm and smashes his chest with a chop. Sheamus is down on the mat. You could see the sweat fly off Sheamus' chest on the chop. Gunther pulls him back to his feet and takes him down with a short arm chop. Gunther pulls him back up and chops him, but Sheamus just falls to his knees. Sheamus defiantly looks into Gunther's eyes and blocks another chop. Sheamus viciously forearms him in the face a few times, and the crowd cheers him on. Gunther quickly backs him into the corner and knocks him out of the ring. Gunther follows him outside and hits a screw slam on the floor. Gunther gets Sheamus to his feet and throws him over the commentary table. Sheamus pops up and attacks Gunther before leaning him over the table and started the 10 beats of the battery. Gunther gets away and gets in the ring. Sheamus takes Gunther down and gets him on the apron. Sheamus now hits a proper 10 beats of the battery before Gunther falls to the floor. The crowd loudly roos Sheamus on. Alright. Sheamus follows Gunther out of the ring, and Gunther knocks him into the crowd. Sheamus quickly pops up and leans Gunther over the barricade before doing at least 15 beats of the battery. Gunther stumbles away and Sheamus puts him in the ring. Sheamus with his chest and cigarette shade of beet red goes to the top rope and hits a diving knee drop. Sheamus poses for the crowd and looks down at the fallen Intercontinental Champion, the ring general Gunther. Sheamus pulls Gunther onto his shoulders, but Gunther slides off and forearms him in the back. They exchange vicious punches and chops the center of the ring. Sheamus is clearly the crowd favorite. Gunther does a right hand and hits a German suplex. And infuriated, Sheamus gets to his feet. Gunther knocks him back, but Sheamus immediately responds with a nasty knee to the face for a near fall. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Sheamus' chest is bleeding. Sheamus goes for an Irish curse, but Gunther elbows him in the head a few times to get out of it. Gunther applies a sleeper hold, and Sheamus drops to a knee. Sheamus gets a burst of energy and powers Gunther up for a white noise. Sheamus covers, but Gunther just barely kick out. Sheamus gets to his feet, and the crowd is wildly cheered on him. Sheamus set up for a bro kick. Gunther pulls himself to his feet and they sidestep a bro kick. Sheamus elbows him back, but Gunther responds with a drop kick. Gunther hits a powerbomb and is weak one and Then Sheamus kicks out at 2.5. Sheamus holds his tailbone as that is where the impact of the powerbomb was felt. Gunther attacks the lower back of Sheamus and goes to the top rope. Sheamus attacks him and drops and chops away at him. Gunther slaps him in the face a few times and chops to the chest to drop Sheamus to his knees. Gunther stands on the top rope, but Sheamus kicks his knees out from under him. Sheamus then sets him up and hits the Celtic cross. Sheamus hasn't hit a move in a long time. Sheamus over crossover and covers Gunther for a near fall. Sheamus sets up for a road kick as he goes for the kick. His lower back tighten up. He can't hit the move. Gunther hits another weak powerbomb, and Sheamus starts to get to his feet. Gunther is inferior and annihilates Sheamus with a lariat for the victory. The winner of the match is still your Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. This was a good match, hard hitting and physical. This was a good match, physical and hard hitting at the same time. I really want Sheamus to win, but Gunther was not going to lose the Intercontinental Championship, so I was wrong on that one. So Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship in a good match. Giovanni, Vinci, and Louis catch to come down to ringside to celebrate with Gunther, and Pin walks off to the back. Sheamus gets to his feet and particularly Stadium gives him an unbelievable ovation. Sheamus holds his lower back and shows respect to the fans. What an incredible moment. Okay, let's move on. A promo airs the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos. A video package SmackDown Women's Champion. UFC Welterweight Champion Leon Edwards is shown at ringside. So we get the SmackDown Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan. And I called this straight down the middle. And I picked Liv Morgan to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I called it straight down the middle. Alright. This match was not that bad. It was just alright for what it was. The bell rings and Shayna Baszler goes for the arm immediately. Morgan drops down and rolls her up for a 2 count. Baszler goes for the Kafuta clutch, but Morgan gets out. Morgan takes her down and applies a chin lock. Baszler gets out, so Morgan rolls her up for another 2 count. Morgan smiles at her. Morgan hits a running hurricanrana and knocks her into the ropes. Morgan drop kicks her against the ropes. Baszler stumbles to the corner and sidesteps Morgan. Morgan fights back and stands on the top rope. Baszler knocks her off to the floor while snapping her arm off the top rope. Baszler goes outside and drives Morgan into arm into the barricade. Baszler puts her in the ring for a 2 count. Baszler grabs the arm and Baszler grabs the arm and toys around with her. Before stretching the arm out, Morgan knocks her back and hits some boots. Baszler charged, but Morgan slingshots her over. Morgan charged, but Baszler easily clotheslines her down for a 2 count. Morgan goes for a clothesline, but Baszler hits a German suplex for a near fall. Baszler slaps the mat in frustration. Baszler gets to her feet and kicks Morgan in the injured arm. This arm is also still recovering from the vicious attack by Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam 5 weeks ago. Baszler grabs Morgan and applies an overhead wrist lock. Morgan needs Baszler in the head to get out. Morgan avoids a kick and hits a jawbreaker. Morgan rolls under a big boot and goes to the second rope and hits a missile drop kick. Both women are down. The referee begins counting them down until Morgan kicks up. Morgan attacks Baszler and kicks her down. Baszler misses a clothesline and connects with slingshot double knees to the face for a near fall. Morgan pulls Baszler to her feet, but Baszler fights back at her. Baszler misses a knee in the corner. Morgan comes off the second rope but Baszler leads her out of midair for a near fall. Baszler screams in frustration and asks what is wrong with Morgan. Baszler positions the arm and pulls the hair tie out. Morgan twists out and goes for a triangle choke. Baszler tries to power her up, but Morgan fights her. Morgan then applies an armbar. Baszler tries to fight up and pin her, but Morgan kicks out and keeps the armbar applied. Baszler fights to her feet and stomps away at Morgan and her arm. Baszler turns her inside out with a gut wrench front slam before kneeling her in the face. Baszler covers, but Morgan somehow kicks out before the 3 count. Baszler forms Morgan to the corner and pulls her down to the top rope. Baszler wrenches the arm on the top rope. Morgan punches and slides out. Morgan pulls Baszler's arm a few times to drop her face first to the top turnbuckle. Morgan then charges and hits a sunset flip powerbomb for a near fall. Baszler pops out of the pin and goes for the computer clutch. Morgan gets out of it, so Baszler applies an armbar. Baszler's arm is injured, and she can't use 2 hands to apply the hold. Morgan rolls to the bottom rope to break the hold. Baszler goes for the computer clutch, but Morgan fights out. Morgan hits a code breaker and follow with the Biblian for the win. The winner is still your SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. I called it straight down the middle. That Liv Morgan was going to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. All right, let's move on. A promo for NXT World Collide is shown. This will take place tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern /3 Central. United Kingdom Wrestling legends Adrian Street and Miss Linda are shown at ringside. Johnny Saint is also there. A video package, The Judgment Day versus Rey Mysterio and Edge. Rey Mysterio makes his way to the ring with Dominic Mysterio. The commentators talk about Dominic's jealous tendencies as of late. Edge comes out to a massive pop and wearing the luchador mask. Edge removes it when he gets in the ring. So we get a tag team match. Rey Mysterio and Edge are coming by Dominic Mysterio versus Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest coming by Rhea Ripley. Now I am so happy that Dominic turned heel, and we all called it. We called it that Dominic was going to turn heel, and it finally happened. It says Finn Balor starts against Rey Mysterio. Balor punches Mysterio in the corner before whipping him across the ring. Balor hits a running chop in the back and backs up. Balor whips him to the opposite corner, but Mysterio slingshots him over and kicks away at him. Balor kicks him and the midsection goes for a sunset flip, but Mysterio rolls through and kicks him in the head. Mysterio knocks him back and hits a head scissors takeover. Balor is dizzy and stumbles to his corner. Damian Priest tags in. Damian Priest points to Edge. He wants him in the ring. And Cardiff crowd loudly cheers as Edge is tagged in. Priest quickly draws the Edge and hits knees with a right hand to the face. Damian Priest throws Edge in the corner and punches away at him. Damian Priest whips Edge to the corner, but Mysterio lays across the top rope to protect Edge. Edge quickly punches away at Priest. Balor tries to protect Priest on a whip to the corner, but Edge reverses it. Edge then kicks Balor in the ribs. Edge sends Priest out of the ring and tags Mysterio. Mysterio hits the ropes, rolls up Edge, and Edge throws Mysterio out of the ring onto Balor and Damian Priest now. Mysterio hits Damian Priest in the ring, goes for a moonsault, but Damian Priest counters into a modified broken arrow, and Priest angrily punches away at Mysterio and boos him in the corner. Priest look at Edge and hits a running elbow on Mysterio. Balor tagging and hits a slingshot stomp. Balor taunts the crowd and puts Mysterio in a corner. Damian Priest tags in. Balor hits Mysterio with the backstabber and holds him up for Damian Priest to hit a leg drop. Damian Priest picks up a 2 count. Damian Priest applies a chin lock. Mysterio fights up, so Damian Priest sends him into the ropes. Damian Priest lowers his head and eats a kick, but he soon takes Mysterio down. Damian Priest looks at Edge and spits at him. Balor tags in. Priest kicks Mysterio and Balor joins in. Balor hits a scissors knocks for a 2 count. Balor starts up the Three Amigos, but stomps after one and clubs Mysterio down. Rhea Ripley laughs at ringside. Balor applies a rear cheering lock. Mysterio fights up, so Balor tags Priest in. Priest attacks Mysterio and knocks him out of the ring. Priest distracts the referee. Balor goes to attack Mysterio at ringside, but Mysterio gives him a back body drop over the barricade. Mysterio stands on top of the barricade, so Priest leaps up and goes for a powerbomb. Mysterio gets out and crushes Damian Priest on the barricade with a sound that we live on in wrestling memory history. Damian Priest hums and a high pitch in pain. Mysterio gets in the ring and tags Edge in. Edge runs wild on Balor and Priest. Edge knocks Priest out of the ring and hits Balor with the execution. Edge sides Balor up. Mysterio hits Damian Priest with a seated senton off the apron. Edge drops Balor onto the ropes and hits a 619. What? Mysterio follows up with a top rope splash. Edge covers, but Damian Priest breaks it up with a kick to the head. Damian Priest goes for a chokeslam on Mysterio off the rope, but Edge spears him off the apron to the floor. Wow. Balor grabs Mysterio and slides him out of the ring onto his chest. Balor hits Edge with a sling blade coming in the ring. Ripley claps for Balor. Balor hits Edge with a wood drop kick and goes for the top rope. Dominic runs in and distracts the referee. Ray grabs Balor and hits a wild toe rope hurricanrana. Ripley grabs Dominic off the apron and throws him into the barricade a few times before lifting him. Ray then hits a suicide dive into Dominic to knock Ripley into the barricade. Back in the ring, Mysterio drops Balor into the ropes. Mysterio goes for a 619, but Balor clothesline him down before kicking him out of the ring. Balor sets up the plancha, but Dominic sweeps the feet. Ray drops Balor into the ropes and hits a 619. Edge immediately follows up with a spear for the win. The winner of the match, Rey Mysterio and Edge. But the outcome, I was so happy that Dominic Mysterio is finally turning heel, and I'm loving it. No complaints. Rey Mysterio and Edge celebrates in the ring. Dominic gets in the ring to celebrate with them. All of a sudden, Dominic kicks Edge in the groin. The crowd loudly boos and his father. Rey holds him back and tries to talk some sense into him. Dominic then lays in a Richardson clothesline on his father. Wow, Rey is in tears and asks why as an angry Dominic walks off. Dominic rips off his Mysterio shirt and walks to the back. Two loudly boos. The Judgment Day laugh at what they see. So I'm happy about Dominic turning heel. After a few moments of recovery, Edge and Rey Mysterio get to their feet and sadly embrace in the ring. Okay. So we get a promo airs that highlights Drew McIntyre's career. 62,296 people are in the attendance at Principality Stadium tonight. Video package Seth freaking Rollins versus Matt Riddle. Seth freaking Rollins comes out in a incredible homage to rock and roll icon and United Kingdom legend Sir Elton John. Alright, so we get Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. I'm gonna say this match was good. But I really want Matt Riddle to win, but Seth freaking Rollins won. The bell rings and they start brawling. This match becomes extremely personal on this past Monday's Raw. Riddle gets Rollins in the corner and kicks away at him. The referee pulls Riddle back, so Riddle shoves him. The referee abolishes him but doesn't disqualify him. Riddle goes outside to get Rollins and drives him into the apron. Riddle gets Rollins in the ring and hits a pair of gut wrenching suplex. Rollins puts himself up and stuns Riddle with a kick. Rollins chops him and hits a rope. Hits the ropes, but Riddle kicks him down. Riddle hits a pair of protons for a near fall. The crowd is loudly singing Rollins' theme song. Riddle charge, but Rollins hits a stun gun on the top rope. Riddle comes back and goes for a triangle choke, but Rollins pulls him up and charges towards the ropes. Riddle holds the ropes and hits a hurricane to the floor. Riddle goes for a running kick, but Rollins blocks it. Rollins then hits a powerbomb into the barricade. Riddle stumbles to his feet, and Rollins dribbles him into the commentary table with a suicide dive. Rollins puts Riddle in the ring and hits a short arm clothesline. Riddle sends him into the ropes and elbows him down for a 2 count. Rollins punches away at Riddle and gets in the referee's face. Riddle fights back, but Rollins cuts him off with a kick to the ribs. Rollins then hits a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Riddle gets up in the corner and boots Rollins back. Riddle goes to the top rope, but Rollins crushes him up there. Rollins goes for an inverted suplex, but Riddle leans over, so Rollins loses his balance. Rollins kicks Riddle in the face to knock him into the tree of woe. Rollins goes to the top rope and hits a double stomp to the sternum for a near fall. Seth Rollins grips at the face and puts Riddle on the top rope. Rollins hits a superplex on Rollins through for a Falcon Arrow, but Riddle counters into a Fisherman's Buster. And Rollins gets to his feet, but Riddle peppers him with a strike before knocking him to the corner. Rollins knocks him back to charge, but Riddle counters him with an exploder. Seth Rollins to the apron, so Riddle leaps to the apron and kicks him in the face. Riddle hits him with a floating bro and gets him in the ring. Rollins quickly kicks him and goes for a pedigree, but Riddle gets out. Riddle hits a bro to sleep and hits a powerbomb. Riddle viciously knees him in the face for a near fall. Rollins sits down on the mat. Riddle kicks him in the ribs and goes to the top rope. Rollins gets his knees up on the floor, bro. Rollins goes for a stomp, but Riddle moves. Riddle soon gets Rollins in a triangle choke. Rollins seems to be fading, but then he gets a burst of energy and hits Riddle with the bro jerk. Rollins covers, but Riddle just barely gets his shoulders up before a 3. The crowd is singing Rollins' music again. Rollins goes to the top rope for a finish splash, but he lands on his feet. And when Riddle moves, Riddle kicks away at him and hits a snap kick. Riddle kips up and Rollins forearms him in the face. Rollins then hits a forearm to the back of the neck. Rollins goes for a stomp, but Riddle needs him. Rollins hits a side step insecurity, but Riddle responds with a German suplex and goes for a powerbomb. But Rollins counters into a pedigree for a near fall. Wow. The crowd chants, "This is awesome!" "This is awesome." Rollins shouts to Riddle that he's a loser. Riddle's wife knew it, and now his kids would know it. Riddle becomes irate and Riley punches and slaps away at him, at Rollins. Rollins pulls Riddle out of the ring and kicks him in the face as he comes in. Rollins hooks Riddle's head and hits a draping DDT into a signature move of Riddle's partner. Randy Orton partner Randy Orton. Rollins sets up for an arcade but Riddle comes into a near naked choke. Riddle then turns him around and clubs away at the spine. Riddle knocks Rollins out of the ring and smashes his face off the commentary table a number of times. Riddle grabs a chair and swings and avoids it. Rollins gets in the ring and hits Riddle with a stomp as he comes into the ring. Rollins goes for the second rope and hits a diamond stomp for the win. The winner of the match, Seth freaking Rollins. This was a good match, but I really want Riddle to win this match, but Seth Rollins won. But anyway, this was a good match. Let's continue. Rollins celebrates in the ring. Riddle appears to be bleeding from above his eye. Rollins leaves in the ring dancing, and then already Riddle gets to his feet and shakes his head in fury. Rollins says, "I'll see you never, pal." Rollins crackles. Alright, so we get a promo airs highlighting the career of Becky Lynch. WWE Extreme Rules is coming on Saturday, October 8th. Earlier today, Tyson Fury was talking with the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Tyson Fury is again showing at ringside. Elsewhere at ringside, Karen Cross is shown sitting with Scarlett. The commentators talk highly about Cardiff as tourism video are shown. Video package WWE Undisputed Universal Champion video plays using Drew McIntyre's old theme and shows highlights of his career. Drew McIntyre makes his entrance in Cardiff with a big ovation. So we get the main event of the evening, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. The main event was boring, but the outcome really pisses me off. We already knew Roman Reigns was gonna need help, but I'm happy that Drew McIntyre's whole theme song was back, but they switched it up, so they remixed it. Samantha Urban does the introductions after they both get in the ring. Drew McIntyre gets a big ovation. Roman Reigns receives lolly boos. McIntyre and Roman Reigns go face to face. Referee Charles Robinson, the GOAT himself, Charles Robinson, holds 2 world titles up the prize for the victory by pinfall submission at the end of this contest. All right, the bell rings, and they are staring at each other. They lock up and like to strong bulls locking horns. They can't budge one another. McIntyre eventually powers him to the corner before giving him a clean break. They circle the ring and lock up again. Reigns applies a side headlock and chisses it in. McIntyre backs Reigns into the ropes and whips him off. Roman Reigns goes for a shoulder tackle, but McIntyre stays on his feet and gets in his face. McIntyre intimidates Reigns back in the corner. Roman Reigns puts himself through the ropes to keep McIntyre back. The crowd is loudly for this match. McIntyre points at Reigns and smirks. Roman Reigns runs in, but McIntyre spins him around. Roman Reigns elbows him off to apply a side headlock. McIntyre whips him off the shoulder tackles the undisputed WWE Universal Champion down. Roman Reigns rolls out of the ring to recover. Roman Reigns looks very worried. Roman Reigns takes his time to recover and slowly gets in the ring. Roman Reigns kicks McIntyre in the midsection and connects with an uppercut. Roman Reigns punches McIntyre in the corner a few times and hits a headbutt. Roman Reigns pulls him to another corner and starts the 10 punches. McIntyre slides out and sweeps the feet. McIntyre then hits the 10 punches on Roman Reigns. McIntyre hits the ropes and clotheslines Roman Reigns over the top rope. McIntyre follows him out of the ring and whips him into the steel steps. McIntyre gets in the ring to stop the count out. McIntyre goes outside and grabs Roman Reigns before a water bottle is thrown at him. McIntyre starts approaching Karrion Kross, who is standing behind the barricade. Roman Reigns takes advantage of the distraction to attack McIntyre. Roman Reigns sends McIntyre into the ring post. McIntyre just barely makes it into the ring before being counted out. Roman Reigns is in disbelief. Roman Reigns kicks away at McIntyre and goes for a 2 count. Roman Reigns clubs away at McIntyre in the cover and in the corner before sending him into the post shoulder first. McIntyre hits the steps as he falls to the floor. McIntyre's left arm is hanging at his side, but he pulls himself onto the apron. Roman Reigns punches McIntyre, but McIntyre snaps him off to a top rope. McIntyre gets in the ring, but Reigns hits a leaping clothesline for a 1 count. Roman Reigns is shocked. Reigns applies a neck vice, but McIntyre fights out. Reigns reverses a whip and connects with a big boot for another 1 count. McIntyre gets to his feet and chops Reigns' chest. Roman Reigns reverses a whip to the corner and McIntyre falls to the mat in pain. Roman Reigns talks a lot of trash to McIntyre and throws sweat from his chest onto him. McIntyre responds with some chops to the chest, so Roman Reigns cuts off the momentum with a kick to the midsection. Roman Reigns punches away at McIntyre and leaves him laying on the mat. Roman Reigns pulls McIntyre to his feet and goes for a suplex, but McIntyre blocks it. They each block suplexes a few times before Reigns just punches him down in frustration. Roman Reigns demands a microphone and the crowd loudly boos him. Roman Reigns shoots Cardiff, "Acknowledge me." The crowd boos even louder. McIntyre then flattens him with a Glasgow kiss. Both men are down. They slow pull themselves to their feet and start trading punches in the corner of the ring. Reigns kicks him in the midsection and whips him to the corner, but McIntyre pops out of a clothesline. McIntyre hits a second clothesline and connects with the overhead belly-to-belly suplex. McIntyre hits another belly-to-belly and takes the champion down with a neck breaker. McIntyre keeps up. The crowd goes wild for him. McIntyre pulls Reigns on the top rope and goes for a superplex. Reigns fights it and crushes McIntyre on the ropes. Reigns punches McIntyre down, so McIntyre pulls the hair. Reigns punches McIntyre into the tree of wool. McIntyre then sets up and slams Reigns off the top rope. McIntyre sets up for the end, but Roman Reigns gets out of the ring to recover. McIntyre follows him out, but Roman Reigns stuns him with some punches. Roman Reigns gets McIntyre in the ring. McIntyre gets the future shot DDT, but Roman Reigns counters him. Roman Reigns charges, but McIntyre hits a double spine buster and gets a jackknife pin for a near fall. McIntyre lifts Reigns, but he slides off. Roman Reigns hits a standing Uranus that the commentators call a rock bottom for a 2 count. Reigns sets up for a Superman punch, but McIntyre avoids it and hits a beauty shock DDT. McIntyre counters down and charged, but Reigns hits a Superman punch for a near fall. Both men are down and really take their time before getting up. Reigns is first to his feet, looks completely intense. Reigns signs McIntyre up and goes for a spear, but McIntyre kicks him in the face. They hit the ropes and Reigns hits a spear. but McIntyre just barely kicks out. Prince of Prince of Principality Stadium is unglued. Um, Roman Reigns is incredulous that he hasn't put McIntyre away. Roman Reigns grabs McIntyre, walks towards him, and applies a guillotine choke. The crowd wheels McIntyre on, and McIntyre powers Reigns into the corner. Reigns doesn't let go and grabs behind the body. McIntyre is still standing, but he's being faded out. He's still beginning to fade. The referee checks on McIntyre. He keeps his arms up. McIntyre gets out by powerbombing Reigns into the corner. McIntyre then sends Reigns' shoulder into the ring post. Reigns falls to the floor. McIntyre floors him out and spears Reigns through the barricade. McIntyre counts down and goes for the Claymore kick, but Reigns counters with a spear. Reigns covers, and it's automatically now it's automatic academic now, but no, McIntyre kicks out but Drew McIntyre has kicked out of two spears from Reigns. Reigns slowly gets to his feet and confirms with the referee Charles Robinson that it wasn't 3 count. Reigns threatens to slap him. McIntyre hits Reigns with the Claymore kick to the back of the head, knocking Charles Robinson out of the ring as well. All of a sudden, Austin Theory's music hits. Theory runs down to cash in the money bank as he hands the briefcase over. Tyson Fury levels him with a punch to the face. Roman Reigns gets in the ring with a steel chair, but McIntyre catches him with a Claymore kick. The referee is in the ring as McIntyre recovers 1-2 kick out. The crowd is in disbelief. McIntyre and Roman Reigns exchange punches from their knees before fighting to their feet. They then get into a hockey fight. The crowd loudly cheers. They stop from exhausting before doing it again. Roman Reigns hit a Superman punch, so McIntyre responds with a Glasgow kiss. McIntyre avoids a Superman punch and a spear down Reigns. McIntyre hits a Claymore kick and covers 1-2. The referee is still pulled out of the ring. A hooded figure pulled the referee out of the ring, and it's revealed to be the younger brother of Jimmy and Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa. Sikoa grabbed Reigns and snaps him off the top rope. Reigns quickly hits a spear to retain the title. 734 days and counting. The winner by pinfall and still your undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. So we got the Baby Oos, Solo Sikoa appear at Clash at the Castle. Anyway, Roman Reigns celebrates in the ring, and boxing legend Tyson Fury gets in the ring. Roman Reigns and Tyson Fury then shake hands as a sign of respect. The crowd loudly boos. Reigns looks at Solo Sikoa at ringside and walks off with him. The Bloodline has a new member. Tyson Fury walks around the ring before helping Drew McIntyre up. Fury puts his arms around McIntyre and holds up his arm. The crowd gives McIntyre a nice ovation. Tyson Fury grabs a microphone and says, "Everyone is here to see McIntyre." McIntyre may be down right now, but it was an unbelievable fight. He did his country proud. At times like this, Fury can only think of one thing. Fury starts to sing American Pie. The crowd joins in on singing the chorus. McIntyre says it doesn't quite go well as he wanted, but his island shows himself to be better than Roman Reigns' island of revanche. McIntyre says he has something in common with Fury. They keep fighting. You can't stop them. Can't keep them down. McIntyre says no matter what the outcome was, it's time to freaking party. McIntyre asks Fury to sing Sweet Caroline. Fury doesn't know it, so McIntyre Saints don't look back in anger by us. McIntyre and Fury celebrates in the ring. A video package WWE Clash at the Castle highlights. And WWE Clash at the Castle goes off the air. Now I must say, the match itself was the first main event was boring, but it picked up. But the outcome really pisses me off. This should have been Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. That should have been Drew McIntyre. But the best match of the night has to go to Gunther versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. That match was good. That match was good. Physical and hard hitting at the same time. That was the match of the night. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Clash at the Castle review on highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts at WWE Clash at the Castle, because I'm giving this an 8 out of 10, and that's all I gotta say. But make sure you guys watch the full video before you connect to me the right way. But make sure you guys turn on that red bell and hit that red button as hard as you can. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will be going live tonight, and I will be going live on YouTube tonight. So I'll see you guys on my live stream for YouTube. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, but this your boy Big Boy Facts Jonny TV. Have a great day. Stay safe and always stay positive. KFG crew, KFG Kings, Too Sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.